coach Scott Brooks called Russell Westbrook the second best point guard in NBA history, right behind Magic Johnson after their 154-141 win last night. Westbrook scored 14 points, but also racked up 21 rebounds and 24 assists in the process. So, Shannon, is Westbrook the second best point guard ever here?
No. And what he's done, I've never seen anybody play as hard as Russell Westbrook. Night in and night out, possession in and possession out.
Agreed.
Nobody's even close. And so I don't care. You go back to where this guy played in the 60s and he played.
Nope.
No one has played harder every possession, every single night than Russell Westbrook.
Amen.
But Skip, he's not the second. So how the hell did he just jump Steph Curry? Okay, we know what Magic is. Magic is the oracle. Magic is the mythical point guard that, you know, the 5 championships, the 3 finals MVPs, the 3 regular season MVPs. He's by himself.
And he's 6'9".
He's 6'9".
Okay.
But Skip, so we just like forget Steph Curry, huh? I know Scotty Brooks is in the East, and he's doing everything he possibly can along with Russ and Bradley Beal to get this team into the play-in.
He is.
But is he not seeing what Steph Curry is doing on the other side? On the other side of the world, does he not see what Steph is doing? Has he not seen what Steph has done? Steph has gone to 5 NBA Finals. He's won 3. He's a 2-time league MVP. By my estimation, he's the second greatest point guard ever. That's why I have Steph Curry. Now, is Russ? I will put Russ in my top 5. But Isaiah took a team to the NBA Finals in the East. When the big Celtics were big and bad.
He did.
The 6th. And what about, so we just like AI, just AI. Look, I know AI. That team that AI took to the finals had no business being in the finals, Skip. They had no business taking a game off the Lakers. That was the only game the Lakers lost in the playoffs. Skip, Russ is what he's doing, the 177 now? It seems like now he doesn't have to do anything else. He's going to average a triple-double for the 4th time in, I think, 5 years. Great. That's a great accomplishment, Skip. But he's not better than Steph. Steph transcended the game. Steph changed the game. Steph has more accolades, individual and team-wise. So is Russ a top 5 point guard? I will give you that. But to say he's the second best in front of Steph Curry, absolutely not. No way, no how.
Okay. I hear everything you just said. I agree with just about everything you just said. But I will give Russell Westbrook this. On any given night, his ceiling in numbers that he can generate, raw, playing his tail off numbers as a point guard, are completely off the charts. You can make a case they're beyond anything Magic could have produced.
Oh, yeah, no question.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm talking raw numbers.
Yeah.
I'm talking about playing with such a rage that you were capable. Remember, this year, he has 3 games of 40-plus scoring in 40-plus points. He had a 42, and he put up 41 head-to-head with KD in Brooklyn when KD had 37. So he said, I'm going to outscore you 41 to 37. Is he capable of doing that? Yes, he is.
Yes.
Is anybody else on the top point guard list quite capable of doing that? Well, we can go here and there with some of them, but, man, like John Stockton is the greatest assister ever.
Yeah, but he ain't scored like that.
Okay, he can't score like that.
No.
I'm not even sure Magic could have a night here and there, but he didn't have that kind of explosion.
But not consistently like that, Skip,
right?
No.
Okay, and then last night, I just got to say these numbers out loud just to get to have them sink into my psyche. But wait a second. You had 21 rebounds and 24 assists? It's impossibly great. They're raw, hard, gut check kind of numbers that only he could produce. So, again, if we're just talking numbers, I'll put him up at the, again, Magic is mad. He is just hallowed to me. He's just he's in a universe unto himself.
Correct.
Because I got him the second best player of all time. So I can't go above Magic. But if we just do raw productivity, I'll put him second. I get that. That's what Scott Brooks is saying. Scott's coached him forever because he coached him in Oklahoma City. So he sees this. He sees it up close and personal every night. I'm sure he's like you. He sits back and says, I never see anything like this. Okay, now to the bottom line. If I want to win one game for my life, do I want Russ as my point? No, no, I'll put him in, he might not make my top 20. I'm talking about if this is it, Give me Rondo to win the game. You know, like, will he figure it out for me? Sure he will. Or give me Stockton, or certainly give me Magic, or I can keep going. Give me Steve Nash. Give me, for that matter, Tony Parker. If we go modern day, I can go CP3. I can go Steph, as you point out. If I go old school, give me Oscar, give me Kuzi. I can just keep Isaiah. I give you all of the above. If you just want to win the game by putting your position in the best, putting your team in the best position to win, it's anybody but Russ. Because I'm going to remind everybody, on April the 5th, this team featuring Russ and Bradley Beal, April 5th, they were 17-32. That's 15 games under 500. Well, of late, guess what? They've won 11 of 13, and they have soared all the way up to the 10th seed. So they're in the play-in as we speak, and they're only 4 games back right now of Boston for the 7. So all of a sudden, thanks to Russ and Bradley Beal, they are on fire. But what is Russ doing now? He's not shooting the basketball. So what did he do last night? He shot 8 times. Do you realize it tied for the fewest shots he's taken in his career? There's one game in 2016 when he still had KD in Oklahoma City. And they went up and won at Milwaukee. They won by 8, and he took only 8 shots in that game. So how many times does Russ take 8 shots? Well, he had it going in the assist category, and this is what I've always said about Russell Westbrook. He has a rage to star more than a rage to win. So he's all about the numbers. He's keeping tabs in his head, or somebody on the bench is telling him, oh, you've got 15 assists, you've got 18 assists, you've got 20 assists. And he's like, I got assist, because he wants the totals. Because he says, I'm the best playmaker in basketball. That's what he said after the game last night. Okay, well, he realized that his team had it going, so he doesn't need to shoot. How many three-point shots did he take last night? How about a big 0? You know why? Because he's a terrible three-point shooter. He's 31% from 3 right now. He's only 64% from the free throw line. So when I do top point guard, well, isn't that part and parcel of what you get? Do you have to shoot a few threes?
Yeah, you would like to think your point guard can make 35% of his threes, Skip. I don't know if we've ever seen a point guard, like you said, the sheer volume that could rebound the ball like he could, can assist the ball like he could, and can score like he can. Now, Steph Curry can score like Russ. Dame Lillard can score like Russ. Magic could assist like Russ.
He could.
But I don't know if he could get rebounds and score like Russ. So Russ, as the combination, scoring, rebounding, and assisting, Russ is it. But when you talk a complete body, he's not better than Steph Curry. Skip, this is what people don't understand about Steph. Steph has played in 5 NBA finals. Do you realize Steph Curry is averaging 27 points a game in those finals? He's averaging 6 assists and 6 rebounds.
You know what? It's hard for me to consider Steph a point guard. I'm sorry, but he's just the greatest shooter ever, and that's what he does best. Like 6 assists, to me, that seems low.
But that's the new age point guard.
I got it.
Like Dame.
Okay, I got it.
Dame can get hot as anybody. He can't assist the ball. He can't rebound the ball like Russ. Okay, Russ is leading the league in assists again.
Yes. You realize he's on course now. If he closes this deal, he will have led this league in assists 3 of the last 4 years.
Yes. He might be averaging like 12 assists tonight, which is absurd.
Okay, well, he's 11.
But Skip, the thing is, if you look at this, Indiana, basically, they said, look, you don't play defense, we're not going to play defense, we're going to see who can score the most. Skip, both teams, Washington shot 61%, 40% from the 3. Indiana shot 50% from the floor, 52% from the 3. So when you get a game 154 to 141, who the hell playing defense? So basically, all that Russ assists was layups and dunks.
Indiana gave up by far the most points they've given up all year, the 140. This is 154. So they're ranked 11th in defensive efficiency, so they're not a terrible defensive team. Don't underestimate what Russ did to them, and don't underestimate what Bradley Beal did to them.
Skip, think about it. Everybody played. The only guy, Cassius Winston, he only played 12 seconds. But if you played more than a minute, everybody had double figures. One guy didn't. Raul Neto, he had 9 points. I've never seen Skip it out, and I'm like, how the hell you get to 154? So I've never seen I've never seen anything like this, Skip. I've never seen this many guys getting double figures play this much.
Okay, remember, this was a big game for both teams because they're fighting for that 10, right?
Correct.
10-9, right?
I mean, Sabonis is an unbelievable player, Skip. He had 30-20.
He did. Okay. So, but again, Indiana doesn't routinely give up 154 points.
No.
So you got to give him some credit. And look at this. Russ is averaging only 19 shots per game, which for him is lower in his career, while Bradley Beal is leading the league at 23 attempts per game.
Right.
So he is deferring to Bradley Beal.
Right.